So the first thing I want to do is I want to say thank you for the comments and support I got in my last vlog, where I was talking about a lot of unknowns that were going on and just how I was feeling about them, my depression, my anxiety, things I've talked about before. Nothing was wrong in that video. It was just a bad day, and I was just sharing that, and I got a lot of comments just that were very supportive, and I just want to say thank you for that specifically. I don't think I adequately thanked you enough in the comment in my response comments. I'm not very good at opening up and being uh, emotional, either thankful or sorrowful, when I'm talking to someone, either to their face or in a text message or in a comment. But I'm very good at it. Well, I'm better, not very good, I'm better at it when I'm talking to, say, a camera, and that camera is not going to talk back to me. And I can just talk and vent, and I'm pretty good at that. But I don't think I adequately said thank you enough in the comments, so I just wanted to take a moment in this video to say thank you. I really do appreciate it. The second thing I want to do is I want to apologize for the inconsistency of my content over the past couple weeks. As I mentioned in that last vlog, I've been very busy, and then I was very depressed, and then I was just very sick, which is what I'm just now getting over. Literally just now, there's the first few hours in this week that I haven't felt completely miserable and completely sick, which I'm thankful for, because whenever I get really sick like this, I can't think straight, and I was physically ill, and physically unable to do the content. I was unable to write. I was unable to film or even edit a video. I could not think straight. So I'm very thankful that I can now think straight and can get back to doing what I enjoy doing and doing my work, which allows me to now make the vlog that was kind of a response to the last vlog. The last vlog talked about things that I couldn't control, and this vlog I want to talk about more of the things that I can control and the things that I'm going to control. That being, one of the big things that I'm going to be controlling is myself and how I perceive myself. Something that I've been stressing about over the past couple months, since December, when I lost my job and graduated at the same time, was both what direction am I going, and also just my own self-image. And let me talk about the self-image first, because I feel that's something that I really need to talk about first, that I need to talk about before. Something that I've been doing lately, and that after, now that I'm not sick anymore, I'm going to go straight back into doing, is taking better care of myself and getting healthier. And it's not just about getting healthier and getting in shape and getting fit and changing the way my body looks, but it's getting healthier and getting myself to a point where I'm comfortable with the way my body looks, that I don't look in the mirror and think negatively about how I look. Because I can't, because I can no longer blame, the bullies when I was a kid who called me names, or the incredibly immature adults who have called me names in my own adult life. The biggest judge, the biggest bully about how I look is myself, and I need to stop that. And originally I wanted to sit here and label and name the things that I consider myself, that I think of myself, that I say to myself anytime I see my reflection, and I'm not going to do that, because that's counterproductive, and I need to stop that kind of thinking. So working out more, working out harder, and losing that weight, and getting healthy, and getting to a place in my life where I'm comfortable with how I look is something that I'm going to be working a lot harder on. Part of that will also be re-dyeing my hair. I did the little red thing, which not everyone liked it, but I did. And I think that's what's important, is that I really liked it. And I'm going to do it again. The reason I cut it out, as you can see, there's none left, and because I cut it out so that I could go to a job interview, so that they would hire me, so it could be a real job, so that it could be, a real contributing member of society and conform to what that job required me to look like. And I didn't get it. I cut my hair, I did everything right, and I didn't get it still, which the interview itself was problematic for a few reasons that I'm not going to go into, but it happens. It happens a lot, especially when I go for the jobs that people tell me, oh, apply here, apply here, apply here. All these places that you apply to, to work as a store clerk, to work in customer service, to work in retail. I've applied to all of those multiple times, and I've been turned down every single time. And, recently I thought maybe it's because of the hair, so I got rid of the hair, and still that's not the case. So I liked how it looked, and when I looked in the mirror, it was something about my physical appearance that I really liked. I really liked the color in my hair. So I'm going to do that again. Speaking of, it made me happy. It was something, it was a small thing, it was a small change that I made that I could control that made me happy. So I will be re-dyeing my hair again, and I'm very excited about that. The second thing that I will be changing is my resume. And I know that sounds like a small thing, but giving it a lot of thought, especially after this week of just where I was just not able to see clearly and think straight. Now that I've regained that clarity, I can see the things that I need to do and the things that I need to change. One of them is my resume and the jobs that I apply for. And on my resume, I mentioned that I do like YouTube and writing stuff, but it's not something I focus on. That needs to change because I've been doing this for almost 4 years now. And despite my own insecurities, I've become very good at it. I know what I'm doing with making videos, with editing, with writing and structure and going and promoting online. I'll admit that that a place where I need to work harder and learn more is about the best ways to promote online and in social media, and that's something I've learning. But I've been doing this for 4 years, and I know that I've become pretty good at it. I know that I'm intelligent. I know that I am creative, and I know that I'm good at working with creativity and using creativity to solve problems. And what I'm doing with YouTube, with writing, with conventions, with websites and interviews, that's something that I'm going to continue doing because that is a job. I don't make money from it yet, but that's something that I need to change, and there are specific things that I need to do to change that. And this isn't and I've talked about these changes before, these changes that I need to make before. Whereas like, oh, well, I need to, change this vague thing and I need to change this vague thing, but this isn't the same thing. There are specific things I need to do. There are specific things I need to look into. There are specific people I need to talk to. There are specific tasks that I now know, and it's just the beginning of the list that I'm starting of the things that I need to do that I'm going to start doing this week. There's specific things that I need to start doing, and I'm going to start doing them. And the first step is focusing much more and committing much more time and energy and effort to this content and creating this content and sharing it and going to conventions and interviewing artists and creators, building this community and building this career. Obviously, I don't know how that's going to turn out, but I've tried to change how I look and how I think for the jobs that I've been told that I need to do, because that's just what you do. That's just what you need to do. Well, I've been doing it for a while, and it hasn't worked out at all. So I need to do the things that now I think that I need to do. Maybe this is arrogant, maybe this is overstepping, but the other way that I've been doing things hasn't been working, so this is now how I need to change to do things. It's still an unknown, and that's very scary, but what I can control are the things that I do and how I respond to what happens and what's going to happen. And that's what I need to focus on. I need to change both how I respond to myself I need to change how I see myself, and I need to change how I respond to the outcomes of what I'm going to be doing over the rest of my life. This isn't something that, oh, I'm just going to do this for the next couple of weeks. This will hopefully be the first step in moving forward seriously and getting these things done. I've talked about these things before, about the changes I need to make and the things that I need to do, and I always feel like I feel like I talk about that a lot, and that it's like, oh, this time I'm going to do it. I don't know if it is this time that I'm going to do it. I really hope it is, and every time I say it, I genuinely want myself to go through and do this, and for the most part, I will, and then I'll let something stop me, and that's something I need to change. I need to change how I respond to my depression. I need to change how I respond to my anxiety. I need to change how I respond to life. And I can't curl up into a ball every single time something doesn't work out, because that seems to be something I do a lot. But that's something I'm going to change. Because I can't control how things are going to turn out. And I can't control people, unfortunately. And I can't control the world, unfortunately. But I can control myself, and that's something that I need to focus on, both how I respond to things and how I respond to myself. That's really that's the bulk of what I wanted to say. So thank you for watching, and if there's anything you want to talk about, let me know in the comments or on any of my social media. And thanks for watching. Have fun.